Night of racing in the Giggity Racing League. We have 20 drivers here at Darlington. You know how it's been all week. We've had some really tough racing, some really close racing, and I'm excited to see how tonight goes. We've got a lot of guys in this field that have a lot of talent, and we can't track. I got Dino up here with me. He's going to be helping me doing the broadcast, and we've got Mills is going to be our silent but always deadly in-race reporter.
Hey,
yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate you coming up in the booth, man, and helping out. And it's nice to get to talk to you a little bit more. I know I raced a little bit with you, but to sit down and actually talk to somebody brings a whole new difference to the drivers. And I like the fact that we get so many different people up here in the booth, so that fans can, ask questions or just get more familiar with the people that they see on a daily basis out here.
Yeah, it's kind of a great thing, man, to know some of these guys. I mean, being here for the short amount of time that I've been here, I've gotten quite a bit of reach outs from some people, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of like a big family over here.
Well, and that's you definitely hit the nail on the head, man. It's definitely a family aspect here. I mean, we do so much for so many drivers, and I mean, anybody here, you can ask them for help. 90% of the time, man, you're going to get help when it comes to setups and stuff like that, but when it comes to real life, man, this league helps out so many people, and it just shows that there's so many good people here that care about each other, so you definitely got a good group here.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. It is. We've had a lot of, I've had, like I said, just a lot of people, man, just get with me and tell me, if you need anything, man, just reach out. It's a big family. It's crazy. Something I'm definitely not used to. It's a totally different world.
Where's
Yeah. Someone can send me one. You can come through.
What time is it going? We're on blue screen. I've got one right now. It just came in. Go ahead and join. Alright, I'll send you one, do you know? Sorry, y'all got blue screen, so I can send this race invite real quick so we can get you guys as much in-race reporting in here as possible. Let me know if you get that before I go into the race.
Got it.
Alright, I'm going to jump in so you guys should get you guys some good coverage.
Yeah, I raced these guys a few weeks ago, and this is a really good class of field here. It's going to be interesting.
Everything's good.
Yeah. For power in or what?
Yeah, for power.
Yeah, we'll try for power.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I'm probably recently they got like 300 drivers and shit, so we broadcast.
Got a 74 lap race here. It's going to be quite a loop. I look for probably 2 stops here. The second one being a very, very short, probably a 2-tire run.
All right, guys,
these
we
guys
got back
can
in the
get
race action. That's Trinity
anywhere
Beast
from 30
mode.
to 32 laps.
Must say Trinity Beast mode is your early leader as he's sitting here doing spins and flips. There we go. Everything seems to be even out. We got the 23 right on his back bumper. These two are flying through 3 and 4 right now.
Kind of holding a single file line around here.
Well,
We got the 66 of Mills looking to the inside of the 08. Had to tuck back in.
Pendle looking to the inside for that lead, but Trinity holds tough as they come off too.
Them two tucking up and holding up like that is giving Bad Moon a good run to get up on them.
Yo, Carlo in the back went around. Not sure who that was, guys. As No Pit is trying to drag race him down the front stretch. No Pit leads that lap. Diving down into 1.
Yeah, we got a 61 gets in the wall and then into Bad Moon. Got a really hard battle right here at the front very early on.
Well, as we know, because we raced with him a lot, man. No Pit Pendle is a very strong competitor. Heck, that top three right. Ooh.
Trinity gets into it, and
That's
caution
caution.
is out.
Yeah. Go ahead and try and give you guys a flip through. Oh, there's Millsy. Right here, Dime Bags running the 08 tonight. Bad Moon, as you just said, driving that 51, last week's winner. Blakey T's in the 74. Bad Few racing back there. Exotic. NASCAR King. Bob's out here tonight. Good to see him out here running. He's running that old 11. Brian
Kind of
SP.
shocks me seeing this 00 kind of towards the back of the field right now.
Yeah, I'm
Bad
thinking
View's
he
always
might
been
have spun.
fast.
Because he's definitely one of the fastest slider drivers I know. Sean T
Yeah,
driving my number 9.
He's always been a good stiff competition. It's kind of hard when you see guys like that kind of struggle a little bit and have to be back there.
Alright guys, we're going to rack them, stack them, bring them back down, coming out of 4. Is that old guy leading the field? Yes it is. After pit stops, it's kind of shuffled this field up a little bit. As a 15 and a 42 are in that row behind him.
Got Chad on the outside in second. Ooh, real tight. 3 wide down the backstretch.
It ain't gonna work, but for the most part, it did.
Some tight racing.
I cannot believe they've made it through there as tight as they were.
23 car is looking to the inside of the 15, but the 15 comes down and makes it a narrow, hard to pass situation. Chad has fell back and fell about 4 or 5 positions just within a straightaway. A lot of tight racing through here.
Well, as we saw, man, the last couple races here, we've had a lot of racing action on this track, and this track has given a lot of drivers problems. So it's good to see you guys being patient. A lot of guys are giving each other room, so that's really good to see. No Pit makes his way right back up to the lead there.
Yeah, old guy kind of got up on the outside, and it looked like he got a run and just bolted as he seems to be pulling away from that 98.
Yeah, these guys that took 2 tires, I'm assuming that's what they're doing this pit stop, are not working out for them right now. As we know, 4 tires are king here.
Yeah, Wade looks like he can be quicker, but he had to struggle to try and get around him. I'd be interested to see if Dimebags could hunt down the leader.
As Dimebags does clear him for 2nd place now, so he's going to go and put that accelerator to the ground and try and chase this leader down. As Trinity, who was running 2nd, is still mirrored back in traffic. It looks like he's gotten held up back to about 10th or 11th place back there.
I think old guy in this 98 did take 2 tires. He seems very loose off exit. He has now fell back to, I think, 4th or 5th.
Yeah, these guys, I mean,
be more interesting to see what these pit strategies seem to be.
Yeah, and it's refreshing to see guys try that strategy and stuff early, but there's no way that it's ever going to work at this track, honestly. Unless you're coming down to the last 2 laps and you're just trying to gung-ho it, I don't see 2 tires being anything that you want to put on your car right now.
Got the 18 of Justin Haskett running 3rd. He's kind of steadily stayed within that top 6 range. I ain't really seen him fall back too far. He seems to be pretty consistent too, as he seems to follow Dimebags.
Yeah, Shackett's been putting on a lot of runs here in this league where he's been putting on some good performances. He's showing he's got speed. He's just not getting the finishes that speed's supposed to bring.
Yeah, it seems like he needs a little bit of a break. He's one of my GRD teammates and pretty cool guy, pretty laid back guy. Kind of flipping through the field here and watching this back kind of mid-pack They still kind of in a single file line back here. We got about 6 cars maybe. We got the 42, the 20, 19, the 1. Got kind of just a sturdy pack back here. The 61 of Trinity's in it. Bad for you. Bad for you is kind of coming back through the field slowly. He's gained a few positions, but he's just kind of holding out with a caution now.
Caution. Start a second caution, ladies and gentlemen. That'll close these guys back up. Now, what would you do here as a driver? You just saw guys come down and pit. 2 tires didn't work, and
I think after seeing that last run and seeing how old guy fell, I think I'd rely more on 4. This track is very, very hard on tires, especially on exit and center off. Kind of makes the car shove off exit, eats that right front, maybe even the right rear up, depending on what preset you run.
Yeah, this track is definitely difficult on tires. I don't like driving this track on old tires. I don't like having a loose car here, and I think it hurts me on speed, but as far as overall stability, I like to keep everything fresh and tight.
No Pit Pendle leads him to the line with dime bags on the outside. Justin Shackett running 3rd, old guy following him 4th.
Looks like the 11 of Bob has worked his way into 5th, and 6th is the 51 of Bad Moon Rising.
Top 4 kind of follow out single file. 5th on back seems to be too wide.
Well, that's the smartest thing you guys can do, man. You know, just let you guys yourselves get in, get your lines, get where it's smooth, and make your passes one-on-one. Don't make passes when it's all jumbled and stuck together.
Yeah, I've noticed these guys kind of thin out and single file out. They seem to get longer runs when they try to compete. That's when it seems like to be a hard time for these fellows. It can be a tight, narrow track. You don't want to get below that line. You get below that line, your car just seems to get sideways, and it's hard to keep control underneath that white dotted line you see there.
That's when Bob fell back a little bit. Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he was about to get 3 wide back there after he tagged the wall and fell back. And we got Mills right there underneath her Bob. This track is so tight, guys.
Look back here, battle for 6, the 74 of Blake E.T. and the 20 of Little Man. Little Man seems to be coming up through here too. Last time I glanced, I thought he was back in around 9th or 10th. My team owner there, coming up through the field it seems like. Bad for you as well. Bad for you was in the back after that late wreck, and it seems like he's battled back to the 10th position.
That's a good recovery for him. As we know, man, like, this track is tough.
Oh, we got a wreck. The 42's around with the 00, the 22.
Oh, and they're stacking up.
Big wreck coming off turn 4. We have another caution. How many laps we into this? Yeah, we're only about 22 laps into this, making it roughly about 50 laps to go when the green flag drops again.
Well, luckily we just made it past that marker, huh?
Getting it there. They're right at that line.
Well, yeah, NASCAR officials day, folks. It seems like you guys aren't part of the chats and stuff. We had kind of a shambles event here Thursday, so we kind of Mills went upon himself to let all the drivers know if we had too many cautions within the beginning of this race that we would be restarting it.
Yeah, giving them that guidelines, man. These guys get frustrated behind the wheel. They don't like seeing these cautions. They like the long green flag runs to where they can compete, man. And it makes it a really, really great thing.
Look at your front row. After pit stops, it's completely changed. Oh, that's not gonna work.
NASCAR King and Bad for You still side by side. NASCAR King closes him off though and takes the early lead. Trinity looking to the inside of the 22 as well as Bad for You on NASCAR King.
Definitely strong run.
Top 4 is all door to door right now. Oh, another caution.
Not sure what happened back there. Looks like Sean T and the guys might have been involved in it. They're running behind the field.
Bad for you is going to lead him in after this next caution. Let's see if he holds it or what these pit strategies will be. Coming down with about roughly probably 45 laps to go. These guys can get a full run, about 30 laps of fuel, if they can conserve their tires the way they need to.
Good correction, Nose. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stack them, bring them back to the line. Bad P Racing is our leader.
NASCAR King on the outside. Trinity has worked his way back up through this field after being in that early wrecks. He's back up to third.
Them four on that inside line is probably going to freight train these other two 22 cars fans, because those have been the four cars that look like they've had the strongest so far.
Did you see a couple cars bounce off that outside wall coming off turn 2? It's a hard pinch coming in there, especially trying to take it 2-3 wide.
Dimebags goes underneath for third.
NASCAR King kind of tucked up there behind the 00. You got Dimebags third, No Pit fourth, and it looks like Justin Shackett rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, that is. That's a good recovery.
Oh, we got a wreck down the back stretch. Oh. Big pile up. The 9 car, the 07. Trying to get the camera around back to them guys. Kind of hard to see. That was some hard contact.
Yeah, that was.
These cautions keep coming, and some of these guys are probably looking at these laps winding down. They're going to start deciding on whether they want to pit or not or hold their position. If you got enough tires to make it to the end, and you can depend on a couple cautions, you may only pit one more time, maybe. I mean, it's going to get down to the nitty-gritty now. These guys are going to have to figure something out. They either stay out for their positions and hope, or they pit and take the tires and have a longer run on these guys.
Alright, we got Bad P bringing us back down the line again. NASCAR King second. Dimebags, No Pit.
Got Justin Shackett in 5th, the 51.
Badman followed by Mills.
Ooh, the 51 goes below the apron, and the 23 goes to the wall, taking the field with him. Big wreck. Bad mood rising, wrong place, wrong time. Been noticing the 00, the 1, this 08, 18, and
I think this should put them within range of
66 and the 98 have all stayed in the top 6. Really, I haven't really seen anybody else really make a battle within these top 6 guys right now. Not here recently.
I do believe that this should put them within range for fuel if they're able to stop here and can make their tires last. They should be able to make it to the end of the race. Pretty close. All right.
Yeah, we're just shy of a full fuel run. These guys are about 6 laps away from being able to run on a full tank here. I mean, one more caution will put them right on that mark. If they run it green, they're going to have to run, I think, one more pit stop for everybody.
As Justin's getting some pressure from Mills back there for that 4th spot. Oh, the one
car goes around.
He looped it right there just in front of the whole field. Wow.
It looks like Dimebags kind of got into the back of him from the looks of my screen. I don't know if he tapped him going into the corner or what, but yeah, the one car just went around right there. Had nowhere to go. Everybody followed in suit. guys are probably planning around this last run. Right now is where the fuel, tire wear, and all that may go out the window. It's going to be a pretty good battle for position at this point.
Alright, so this will definitely for sure, if they pit from here on out, they can make it.
Yeah, right now they're running on edge. They're right at that 30 lap mark. You can make about 31 to 32 if you conserve a lot, but I think if you slow down and conserve that much fuel, I think you'll lose too much time on the leader. So even if it does stay green, I think these guys will probably have to pit probably one more time. If not, it's going to be close.
You guys can see here, Diamondback brought us down to the lead, to the line as a leader. We've got the 07 Puddin. He's making his way up there. Lightning McPuddin.
Old guy.
Oh, is everybody got loose coming off too?
Yeah, I don't know who quite bounced off the outside wall, but they just kind of scurried right there. Got another. Everybody kind of scattered out and following in suit now after that one. I think everybody kind of got worried.
Everybody definitely got a little bit loose there. As Dimebags is out here.
Got two teammates here battling for, I think, to be fourth. Got Trinity and Justin that were going at it, but Trinity got too high and washed out and lost the ground.
Look at old Lightning McPuddin. Everybody's fan favorite right there, man, running in second. This is another good showing for Puddin, man. He had a good solid top 5 going last week as a late race caution was holding him up.
Bad for you is all over the back of old guy. These guys are pushing hard back here. We got the one car, the 00 and the 98 all following in suit. These guys are trucking back through the field. I think that they pitted, and I think they're planning on making it from here on out by the way it looks. A lot of them front runners went to the back, and a lot of the guys that were running midfield seem to be at the front of the start of that one, so I'm beginning to wonder. 23 goes around coming off the corner.
51 tagged the wall, 23 was the inside and just shot, no pit, right around.
That was a hard hit, too. I'm not seeing a caution either. That's got to be a bad thing, man. I've been there. It's a bad place to be at, especially after you run up front mainly the whole entire race. It can be frustrating. We got a 3-wide battle back here for, I think, 3rd and 4th position. Whoa, big wreck coming off the corner as well. The 11 car's around with the 8.
Looks like the 11 got loose coming off the corner. And
big wreck going in turn 3. Caution is out. Right around that 3rd, 4th place running. Everybody behind there pretty much followed in suit in that one too. A lot of damage, man. Can be. You guys run damage in this league? Strategy.
The Dimebags have definitely pulled out on the rest of the field. Had a nice little lead there. Was running comfortably.
Yeah, Dimebags has been really quick today. It's kind of crazy to see No Pit Pendle to get kind of loose ground the way he did as well. He was very fast today. Bad for you leading them back? No.
That's Millsy. Millsy leading us down the green. As the red car on the outside gets a heck of a run.
Oh, 15 hard in the outside wall. 07 of Puddin is around, spinning down the back stretch.
Another caution.
Mills got a kind of a good jump there after that restart. A lot of good drivers here up towards the front. Beginning to wonder who's all going to follow to the green flag here. See how pits follow.
Nose is our leader. Him and Dimebag's coming down. We got a lot of drivers.
Two very fast drivers right here at the front row. They kind of touched, and the 66 is around. '15's upside down, big accident. Should be getting close to the closing laps here.
Probably about 15 to 18 to go after yellow.
Very, very tough track here. Very, very tight racing. It's hard to not be in close quarters with somebody. It's hard to kind of pass here in the corners. Reason being for some of these cautions, sometimes it's just hard to see how that guy in front of you is going to enter. You never know if he may lift a little early on you, and or if he makes a little mistake. That little bit of time you may not have to check up causes that little bit of a backup, and in a tight track like this, it's just an ongoing effect. Dimebags leads them back to the green flag.
I wish some of these drivers would drive instead of sending all these messages. That'd be real nice. You guys are out here to race.
18 of Justin Shackett looking to the inside
Oh,
of the
old guy
74.
gets
We
loose
have
back
another
there.
big one in the back of the field.
Old guy got loose and
Big
went
rig.
around. Don't think it's going to bring out a caution. Did it?
Yep,
Yeah,
caution's
it did.
out.
Yeah.
I'm starting to kind of look back through here right now, and just kind of in the top four, you got Dimebags and Justin Shackett second, 74 in third, the 20 is in fourth. Lowman has came through the field as he has seemed to make it through these wrecks. If we can get a green flag run here, it's going to be a good run for it. I think we might have a tight race if we can stay green.
There's 15 to go.
No pit stops really needed for the end of this one. It's just an all-out shootout. Just get what you can and try to see where you can finish. I don't think any of these guys really in the top 5, 6 are really going to be looking to pit.
Oh, definitely not. Lightning McFlitton's making his way back up there.
Dimebags leads them into the corner. Seems to pull a little bit of a gap there just in turn 1 and 2 on your second place driver, Blakey T.
There's a big pile from the back.
Another caution. Here we go, back to another restart. Dimebags leading them back down. As you can see, a lot of these guys aren't moving. They're just going to take the positions as they get them. Dimebags didn't get the restart he really wanted. Justin looks to the inside right at the restart. Put little man in the outside wall, just going in there in turn 1. Blakey T leading it right now. Justin Shackett looking slightly to the inside and can't quite make it. As we have another caution. Here under the 10 lap mark now. It's gonna be a good race. Hopefully. A lot of a mix up here. I've seen a lot of good guys getting a little bit of areas that are just quite questionable. Darlington's one of them tracks that can make it or break you. We got 5 laps to go in this run. Wonder who can quite make it. Ooh, tight run there. The 51 seemed to be a little hard coming off that corner. 51 wants it.
Bad move sticking nose down underneath Blakey T.
4 laps to go. Ooh, it looked like the 9 car got out of the line there and hit the inside wall coming down the front straightaway, coming off turn 4.
All 3 of them are getting pushed around.
Oh, 23 around mid-pack. Big wreck in 1 and 2. I want to talk about a mix-up here. We got Dimebags leading it, but Little Man has came back through the field as well. Sitting in 2nd place here. Got Little Man 2nd, his teammate Justin Shackett in 3rd.
You're having a green-white checkered.
Little Man's had a good race. I feel like he's came from the back to the front a couple times now, and here at the end of the last run, this should be close to a green-white checkered here. Dimebags and Little Man leading them to the green flag.
Dimebags just that jump.
Little Man barely clips the outside wall. 19 to the inside wall. Big wreck down the back straightaway as we have another caution. I think this will be our first green-white checkered attempt now.
What do you think, you're a NASCAR official? Waiting on the official word for NASCAR if we're gonna, what's gonna go on. What do you think, you're a NASCAR official?
Is this going to be our first green-white checkered here? Three easy laps to solve this one, but it only takes 2.5, as you know. Caution flies after you're past that half. You take that white flag, it is over. So. Dimebag leads him. .42 saved it, come off the corner and about lost it.
Alright, this will be taking the white
Justin
flag.
Shackett looking to the inside of the 08 of Dimebags. There, 3 wide coming off turn 4, and Dimebags goes around. 9 car collects him down the front straightaway. Did they get the white flag? It is over. Who got it? Justin Shackett wins it. Blakey T in second and Little Man following third. Little Man came back. Puddin got third. Ah, Puddin got third. Alrighty. Puddin got Little Man there, so Little Man fourth. That puts the 22 in fifth, right?
Alright, let's see if we can get you guys bring up these guys real quick, because I do have the chat party, but I did leave it on public so you guys can invite.
The fastest car was Bad Moon with a 29.433. Puddin.
Alright. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's favorite announcer.
And my fellow teammate Justin Shackett. How's it feel, buddy?
I'm not sure what happened on that final corner, coming to 1 lap to go, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I don't know if you quite closed off Dimebag's there. If Dimebag's got in the wall by himself, I was kind of flipping through, trying to get it a good camera shot on my own view here, and as I was flipping through, I kind of caught it right there at the last end of that. It was very tight racing.
I think what happened was he left just a little gap on the bottom, and my car hooked the bottom in 3 and 4. I think that just put us side by side, and I think he tried to push it coming out of the corner, and he just clipped the wall a little bit.
Yeah, he was a real strong contender there. Did you think you honestly had the car to be able to beat him if you'd had a green flag run?
So it was funny, because I was saying to my teammates in the party chat we were in, all I want is to be called to the booth 1 time this season for a top 3. That's all I wanted. I didn't think I was going to win. I thought Diamondbacks had it in the entire time.
Yeah, him and No Pit was very strong contenders in this one. They were up front most of the race, and a lot of guys that were mid-pack kind of finished there at the front as well there at the end of that one. You kind of ran in the top 5, I believe, all race, right around 5th and 6th area, didn't you?
Yeah, qualified 13th. You know, was just mindset going in, like, you know, just slowly work your way through the field. Don't get ahead of yourself. And, you know, it is Darlington. It's more of a race of patience than it is going fast. Because, you know, yesterday with the party chat, I think Puddin is the one that said it. You know, you can be fast in qualifying, but can you be fast the whole race? And, you know, I think that's the biggest thing in any league. So.
Well, it definitely is, man. I know you've been working hard on this. We've seen you all over these broadcasts, man, trying to put your cars up in the top 5. And I mean, that's something we said at the beginning of the race is you've had the speed, you just haven't been getting the results that come with that speed, man. So congratulations on getting up there and getting that top 3 and bringing home a W here at Darlington, man.
Yeah, now my teammates can lay off that I'm not the only TRD car that hasn't won a race yet.
Congratulations, Justin.
Hey, good one, buddy.
Thanks.
job.
Hey, Puddin, that was a good race. You're a hell of a racer. I have mad respect for you. And you'll do an awesome job.
Thank you, man.
I'll see you guys later.
Later on. Alright, you heard the voice there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get him in here real quick. Lightning McPuddin. Man, front to the back to the back to the front to the top 3, man. How does that feel today, buddy?
To be honest with you guys, it's a little bittersweet. I had a good car last week and everything, and it definitely is a honor to be on this side of the booth. I had some teammates that definitely could have won this race. Everything that's going on over there with Cola Motorsports and NOCO, and then also NOCO Cola as a whole, we work great together as a team. I thought I'd be a lot more excited. Just a lot of fast guys out there, unfortunate circumstances. You know, I was hoping to come out with the top 15 this week. Really wasn't a fan of this track driving it. Loved seeing it in person, but you guys did a great job in the booth. Congratulations to Justin. Little man, that was a good last lap. It was more of the situational awareness towards the end there. Just avoiding stuff, unfortunately. So I wish this was actually earned and deserved as much as it was just avoiding stuff. So congratulations to everybody out there. We all tried our hardest. You guys did an awesome job up the booth, and you know, I do have to have at least one celebratory adult beverage for finishing third. But congratulations to you, Blakey T, my homeboy over there in second. I just thought I'd have a little bit more motion right now. I just thought, you know, but congratulations everybody. And on that note, said, you know, watch out for Cola Motorsports, watch out for NOCO, as always. Robbie, we're thinking of you, and same thing with Ed though, and A-Trout, we're still thinking of you guys. Little man, great racing, and you're in our thoughts and prayers to everybody out there. So and please everybody, be safe out there with this pandemic going around. Again, my wife's working on it firsthand. She's seen it today, and that it wasn't as bad as it was. So please be safe, everybody.
Definitely, we appreciate you putting, man.
Real kind guy there.
Yeah.
Before we pop over to Blakey T here, buddy, I gotta say, man, I had a blast running door to door with you for a couple laps there. It was like way overdue to actually get on the track with you, man. So congratulations, great run. Happy you put it in the top 3, and I look forward to the weeks ahead with you on the track.
Just know that my Chevy's a little bit faster than your Supra there, Superman. Just to let you know that.
And coming from D-Nub, I'm not used to interviewing you. I'm used to coming in and you interviewing me. But good job tonight. You did a real good run yourself there.
Thank you.
Don't beat yourself up too bad.
I
And
put,
that's not
man.
a jab at him. It's not a jab at Super Mills. Millsy and I are really good friends. Yeah, I love being up in the booth. I mean, imagine if all the close action that we call in the booth, Millsy, imagine if you and I could be one of those guys that, you know, come down to the line and create one of those close finishes, buddy. Thanks for all your hard work tonight, too, putting everything together.
As we definitely know, you guys are definitely some jokesters, some kidsters, and some really good friends. As we know, it's weird seeing Millsy not in that blue deuce, but nonetheless, man, I know it's not the type of finish that you wanted, buddy, but it's definitely a top 3 that you've had long coming and well deserved. I can't wait to see more good finishes like that from you. That's why I wanted you to move up the Xfinity series.
Yeah, I first got signed by DSL there. And then obviously with Robbie stuck with the same team, new team captain, I wanted to do it right. I wanted, for my first full season of driving, not just commentating, I wanted to start the truck, work my way back up. You were one of the people, there's a lot of people out there, but there's a lot of great talent in all of this league, especially in the Xfinity and preset guys and the custom guys. So I've definitely got my work ahead of me. Start getting moved up late in the season. If I can pull maybe top 15 in points, if I can do that, that would be an honor racing with the caliber drivers that I have on the track with me. So good job to everybody. And on that note, let's not take away from the Cheeto-eating, Pepsi-drinking man himself, my buddy, my homeboy, Mr. Blakey T. Thanks, God. Thanks a lot for everybody, what you guys have done tonight. Appreciate it. Be safe.
Appreciate you, Puddin'. All right, Blakey. We know today was a little bit of a mixed emotions, man, on the track, and a lot of mixed driving styles. How did you manage to avoid as much as you did?
Well, I knew coming in it was going to be a very tight track, so I don't know. I ran the line I knew, and ultimately it kind of worked out in the end. But a lot of checkups, a lot of just not the kind of racing I'm used to. But you know, can't really complain. You know, come home with a second place finish. But yeah, it was a tough day at the track.
Well, as we know,
Yeah.
I've raced with you a lot outside of here, man. I know how fast you are. It's definitely fun, and I'm really hoping that we can get these drivers to be organized and get them to the caliber of racing that we know. Because if you go through this list of drivers, man, you can't tell me that there's a bad driver in our field.
Well, Blake's team.
I wouldn't say they're bad drivers. You put that many good drivers in a track that's so short and so tight and narrow and competitive as Darlington. It makes for a hard struggling race at times, and it can be more struggling than it really needs to be. But overall, there's a good field here. I got to run with these guys a couple weeks back, and I really had a blast with them. And there's a lot of quick guys here, so
Now,
I'd say you got a
question to both you drivers.
field.
Do you guys think that if the Xfinity races were longer, we'd have less problems like that? Because it feels like all the drivers are feeling like they have like 50 laps to go every time they start the race.
Well, ultimately, it's going to come down to patience and kind of calm their ego down. You know, it takes time.
That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Say,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like,
No, now listen, I'm being dead serious. People, you know, you gotta learn patience. And tonight wasn't much of patience, but it's a tech track also, so you make a little move, you're gonna bump somebody. So, ultimately, I think that longer races might be a better choice, but at the same time, it's hard.
I agree
don't
with
know
that,
how
Blakey.
to be.
It's a fine knit comb right there. You know what I'm saying? It's fine tooth comb. Excuse me. I've said it in a broadcast. You've all heard me say it before. It's patience, situational awareness, and as again, everybody's so sick and tired of me saying this. They're retired from professional motorsports. You cannot win a race on the first lap.
and you're right. You can't. Patience is a virtue. I was told that growing up a lot as a kid. You know, my parents always told me, you know, be patient. Patience is a virtue, and I've learned to take that into my racing life, even in reality racing. The more patient you can be, the more it often pays off because you don't put yourself in those positions that often others do that don't work out in their favor.
So do you think it might be I mean, I don't know how often these guys race together in outside lobbies or chat parties, but do you think it might be a mutual lack of not respecting each other's space and knowing
No,
the
I think it's
driver's
more
tendencies?
because I've raced with almost everybody in here in public lobbies, and there's so much fun. And there's, I mean, just the joking and the laughing, but there's so much fun racing. But the
Yeah.
word league, and then you bring points into it. You know, I think that
And it
has
gets
something to do
emotional.
with it.
Yeah.
It
It
gets
does
emotional.
because,
You're trying to
and
hold
that's
that
that
guy
ego, like
behind
he
you
was just
back.
talking about.
Yep. It all depends on who you're around and who you're racing. Some people give more respect, whereas some don't.
Well, that's the thing is because I know 90% of our drivers throughout this league. I love racing you guys. I love our fun races. I love hosting lobbies. I love running it all. It's great racing, great people, and it's tough to see you guys come out of here and not be excited about a top three. You know what I'm saying? It hurts for you guys. It hurts for me. Because y'all are some great racers, man. Everybody up and down these boards, every day, day in and day out. If you're in Giggity, you're a great driver, and I have fun racing with you guys. So I can't wait to get back on the track with you guys outside of the league right now. Blakey, Puddin', great job bringing home top threes, you guys. Congratulations to our winner, Justin. I want to definitely thank you, D-Nub, for coming up here and helping me out. Mills for putting together everything tonight. I know it's stressful, man. I appreciate it, buddy. You guys, everybody in Giggity, man, does a lot of hard work to bring this together. For all our fans that stopped in and checked out the racing, we appreciate you. We had over 80 comments tonight. We had almost 20 viewers at one point, so really appreciate you guys coming out, showing love and support. I know this has been a difficult week. Just wait till Monday. Darlington week is over, and we'll get back to the normal racing that we expect. But on that note, Puddin', I'm going to let you send us out.
Yeah, we still got one more race tomorrow night. We've got our Cup pre-check tomorrow night on Sundays. We will start a new week. This is our one of the crown jewels here, season 4 of Giggity Racing. Congratulations to everybody on the podium. Everybody out there, please again be safe with what's going on. And for everybody here in Giggity, be safe and bye.
Bye.